Shazam has directors. I'm sorry. No, The Flash has directors. Aquaman marketing begins. Shazam in action. And who the hell is going to be Hal Jordan? Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's DC Movie News.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe.
Yes! What's up? 3 of the 4 OGs are here. When's the last time that's happened? It's been a minute.
I have no idea.
I bet one of you guys could tell us.
I don't.
It's probably something in
not,
chat
not
room.
you guys.
I know what you meant, Roxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to be here. Welcome, everyone, to the DC Movie News Show on the Popcorn Talk Network. Man, we got a lot of news about many different topics, so we're going to get right to it. First off, we're at DC Movies SK on Twitter and Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. Johnny LaQuasto here with you at JQuasto. Adam Gertler is off the grid. We know he's doing something incredible. We just don't quite know what it is. But follow him at Adam Gertler, and we hope he's going to be back very soon. But moving on, the gentleman right over there, he is just, he's one of the stars of the Schmoes Know, incredibly talented actor.
Star, but yeah, I'm there.
No, oh please. Yo, you get some action on the interwebs when it comes to the Schmoes Know.
Some action.
Yeah.
I get some action.
In life?
Yeah, that's
I get
it.
no
But
action.
someone's asking for it, so they get this.
Plenty to talk about. You know him as Mikey
You missed
Christmas.
it, John. You missed it all.
What, the shimmy?
It's my thing. I was doing this,
He
and
does
Roxy's
he
like,
had
you're
sex
like,
with the air.
Oh,
I
that's
forgot to
what
tell you the story, what it means, but I'll tell you when we're done.
I thought
with
your
the
thing
show.
was the point.
That's the Schmoes. This is the DC Movie News. Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Pop.
I love
Shimmy
it.
Shimmy Cocoa Pop. Look how
Listen to
ridiculous
me
I look.
now.
He's Mikey Christmas. Follow him at Mike Kalinowski. He's Mike Kalinowski.
That's who I am.
It's true about him. Nobody could ever take that away from
Who
you.
I am.
Nope. And next to him is back from all of her gallivanting all around the world, mostly in Mexico. And
It was
she,
like Girls Gone Wild weekend with those pictures.
Yeah,
Jeez.
for real.
Jeez.
Were you keeping up
I
with the
was like,
Insta story? Just to say.
Roxy,
Yeah.
my friend. Roxy, come on now. I
Jeez.
can't.
But I'm not a brunette anymore, so it doesn't
That's
even matter.
true.
she was crushing the game. And she
Trying
is
real
the
hard.
crown jewel of the DC Movie News Show. Follow her everywhere, all over the globe at Roxy Striar. She's Roxy Striar.
That is also true about me.
Yeah.
That is true.
All of it?
Well, most of it.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we, everybody?
Let's
Okay. So.
Get ready.
to rumble.
Dun, 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 dun,
Do we
dun,
combine wrestling with jock jams?
Well, yeah.
Does
Y'all
anyone
ready
remember
for this?
Do you guys remember jock
Of
jams?
course, I
Yeah,
remember Jock
Okay,
Jams.
you guys were probably 4, but
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Johnny and I are on the same age. That is correct.
Yeah. Thank you for saying Roxy. God, I wish.
10.
You guys have young-looking faces, and I have an old soul.
I moisturize. So yeah, I
And
do.
I'm a child.
Every night?
Nighttime and daytime. Yep, I'm protecting this grill. So there's a lot of stories. The question is, what do we go with the top story? I'm saying we go with The Flash finally having directors. John Francis Daly, Jonathan Goldstein have closed the deal. It's official. How long will they stay? I don't know.
As some of my friends say, they sealed the deal.
Yes.
That's when you have sex with somebody.
And Roxy,
Well-
I wasn't going to have to say it because I thought it was going to be inferred, but you went there.
I mean, it could be a contract as well, which is
yeah, I
what
was
they
being
did.
adults.
Well, they literally sealed the deal. That is
sealed-
literally
they
what happened.
sealed
It's not a
the deal. They
metaphor
gave-
in
they
this
gave the old-
situation.
And then they sealed the deal.
Sealed with
Yeah.
a kiss.
So we all knew this was what was what.
We knew.
But also there was that weird quote we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
where-
it seems like just what? I think last
3
time you
weeks
and I were
ago,
together,
yeah,
it
or
was
2
like-
weeks
they were
ago.
like, no, we don't.
Yeah, and now they are. So there's that.
Yep.
So I'm no more excited for this now than I was months ago when we knew this was happening.
Right, it
But
just seems
I'm
like-
glad they inked it.
Yeah, they were the obviously the screenwriters for Horrible Bosses, and
Did you guys see Game Night?
Vacation.
They directed
Yeah,
it. It's really
yeah, I
good.
hear
It's
it's
really funny.
amazing.
It's really funny.
now
great.
are we still assuming this is Flashpoint?
I
don't
am
know.
hoping not.
Really?
Yeah.
Not into
I
it.
think we need to get out of the headset, the mindset. You know what I meant.
We're in a
Flashpoint
Get out of
by
these-
saying
get out of the headset?
Flashpoint is what it means in the comics.
Yeah,
I think we need to
that's
get out
true,
of that.
too.
I think they're just using. Yeah, I think maybe that might have been at one time. It was definitely going to be the reboot, this, that, and whatnot. I do not think so. I don't think it's going to be what we know, what comic book fans know Flashpoint to be. I don't think that's what it's going to be. I don't.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong on many things. People point it out to me all the time. So
It says here they're
go with that.
they are. It's unknown if they're working with an existing script or if they're going to
Right.
jump in, do some stuff themselves. In other words, I don't think we're going to see anything for quite some time. I think that's pretty safe to say.
When you say
Well,
quite
the
some time,
writers
what
and
are
the
you talking?
directors, so they're not going to sit there and on their own free time write a script. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know the details. Were they signed to be directors and they were signed months ago as writers? Remember when they were announced as writers?
Yes.
Was that a contract for this, but they weren't going to direct? So I don't know. I don't think we're
I
starting
think
from
we're
ground zero. We're not
overthinking
ground
it.
zero.
We're overthinking it because I don't think they 100% know yet. This is not their next property.
No.
So they
No.
they
Yeah.
got some time.
Yeah.
Their quote was, just the fact the character is unique from other superheroes and that it doesn't completely have his shit together like Superman does. It's more of a ground level superhero, and that's obviously true. And so let's hope for the best, that they
Yes,
stick
let us
around.
hope for the best.
It is very true that he does not have his shit together.
Who?
The Flash.
Barry Allen.
Oh yeah, no, he's a mess.
Yeah, he's a mess. But I would say
though.
so is Superman right now.
Following Justice League?
Where the film is going or the character?
The character.
Oh no, I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
Right now, he came back and he almost killed people.
Well, that's
That
true.
was the middle of the movie, Rox.
Yeah, that's true. But even by the end of the movie,
At the end, he ripped the shirt off and flew away. He knew what he was doing.
well, there's probably some emotional baggage from dying.
I would
I
think
don't
so.
know about that. I think he's.
think he has none?
I think he's come full circle.
He's up and away.
Yes, he's full circle. Bless
I've,
you.
I've never,
you, guys.
I've never come. Bless you. I've never come back from the other side, but I would imagine I would have some baggage from that.
I feel like if any of us at this table had come back from the other side, it would have been you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I think
It's a good compliment.
I appreciate that. So Aquaman, we have a composer, the same composer that did
Yes.
Wonder Woman, Rupert Gregson Williams, and this seems to be a very excitable thing for most fans.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, Wonder Woman, it's what is keeping the DCEU hopeful in a lot of ways, and the music was just phenomenal. Wonder Woman's theme song is still my favorite out of BVS / Justice League. So.
Amazing. Her theme.
Yeah.
But it's also, it had the best shot because that is what we equate with her now. Like, she didn't, when you're doing Batman's composition, you've got a lot of competition. But for Wonder Woman, it's like, that's now what is the standard
Yeah,
for her.
yeah.
So
Hopefully
it'll be exciting
come
to
with
see.
some awesome stuff for Aquaman.
Yeah.
And apparently the first trailer is going to debut at WonderCon in a few weeks. I don't think that's been necessarily confirmed. That's kind of the rumor. And if the movie's coming out in November, we are now March. That sounds about the right timeline to get your first trailer out there. right?
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that just because WonderCon, have you guys ever been? It's not a big. It's big.
Do you go in Anaheim or did you go before?
I've gone the Anaheim years, I've gone the Los Angeles years.
Okay.
It's kind of a letdown as far as Comic-Cons because the biggest thing that they usually do is they'll screen one of the animated films, but their panel is not known to. They're not known to bring cast members and have massive reveals of their movies. I don't think they've done it for any of the DC films so far.
No, not that I know
WonderCon.
of.
Yeah, so I do not.
You don't think they're going to wait till July?
No, I think March is the perfect time, but I think if WB's got a movie coming out around spring break, that's when it'll go. I don't think WonderCon
Like
will be
Tomb Raider?
the feel.
Ooh.
It is a Warner Brothers property.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe just a quick
Wonder-
teaser, maybe like a 30-second teaser.
We haven't heard that the cast is going to be there, so I don't think Warner Brothers. They usually do not do a movie panel. The WB. It's very. They don't have a booth on the floor with like costumes like Comic-Con. They just don't. It's a very. People equate it to it's an old school Comic-Con where it's like you go for comics, you go to meet artists and talk to publishers. It's
Like real diehard fans. Who
yes,
are
it's
just
not like it's not where like the movie industry has taken over.
Right.
They don't because they save it for it's 3 months later they've got Comic-Con and it's
right.
2 hours
so
away.
we're thinking maybe the 30-second tease.
I don't think they're going to show anything at WonderCon.
Okay.
No, I think it's too small.
You want a little tease that you
I
just
don't
keep
mind
saying
it.
we're getting it because
I don't think we are. I just don't think.
Just a tip.
We've not heard.
Just to see how it
because no
feels.
one's going to
Come
be
on,
there.
WB.
They haven't said Momoa's going to be there. They haven't said anyone's going to show up. I mean, they could surprise everyone, but when you've got a movie like this, coming off of what we came off of the kerfuffle with Justice League and the ups and downs, you need a strong knock it out of the park, wow people right away. And I don't think WonderCon is the place to do it. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Well,
Again, I could be wrong.
is some international marketing that has begun in Sao Paulo, Brazil. This was actually tweeted out. Spotted Aquaman international marketing in Sao Paulo. I don't know where this is. Obviously, Sao Paulo. I don't know if it's digital. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, so it's over there.
I don't know.
It's interesting because, like, in my own little bubble, to me, like, this isn't that big of a deal, you know, because of course there is, but it's a huge deal. And how they market overseas is 100% whether they make their money back and how it goes. So I'm glad to see that they're marketing now, and that bodes well for the movie.
And considering Justice League fell, over $300 million short of what they were going for, Aquaman's got a little bit of pressure on it.
Yeah, it's got pressure on it because of that, and it's also got creative pressure on it because it's the next standalone. People will be comparing it to Wonder Woman more likely than Justice League. There's a lot riding on that film.
Although I will say this, I don't think James Wan is feeling the pressure. Like, I think he came into it, and I said this a few weeks ago, he came into it saying, look, I had nothing to do with what happened before. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to make it great. I already got paid. So obviously, as an artist, as a director, he cares. But I don't think he's feeling the pressure like, oh my God, I can't blow that. I think he's full confidence going in.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to
Especially if he's got you in his corner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need. Now, here's a topic. This could have been the top story, but it's a rumor, so I didn't want to start with a necessary rumor.
DC rumor news.
Yeah, DC rumor news. That's what we did for a good year and a half. Is Warner Brothers trying to cast Tom Cruise as an older Hal Jordan? So it's reported Chris McQuarrie is being targeted to direct Green Lantern Corps. So they're buddies. There's already fan art of Tom Cruise as Hal Jordan.
Legitimately, a year and a half ago, Mikey said this. Legitimately a year and a half ago.
So here's the thing, from what I hear, putting my what's it called, the ear to the grindstone, nose to the grindstone, ear to the stone,
Ear to the ground.
ear to the ground.
Listening.
There was a year ago talk of McQuarrie talking with DC, turned it down. Now apparently there was a meeting a month ago, so it's reheated, and that's why it's coming out now. So there was people are saying, oh, it got debunked. They did meet a while ago. Was like, no, we're not doing it. This is a new meeting that happened. I remember we talked on the show because we put up 5 actors. Like, who it was Armie Hammer, Jake Gyllenhaal, and
we talked about the different ages that we wanted them to be. We want one of them. We didn't know whether we wanted Jon Stewart to be the older one or Hal to be the older one, but you said Tom Cruise as Hal.
As an older Hal. Meaning this is going to be, I don't want to say an extended cameo, but he's going to be look at it. DC needs to be diverse. You know, we don't know if Cyborg movie's going. You know, to put another African American in the lead of a film, black lead, you are going Jon Stewart. Would I want Hal Jordan front and center? Absolutely, because that's the Hal Jordan I like. But a lot of people like Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
The smart money is to go.
Gardner.
Right. The smart money though is to go Jon Stewart. He's a whole generation know him from the animated series.
Yeah.
But you don't do an origin because we did the Green Lantern origin with, Ryan Reynolds. We want to distance ourselves from that. You got Hal who will explain the Lantern Corps, this and that, be the trainer. He might die at the end. He might go off into the galaxy.
I don't think he's going to die at
he
the
might
end,
go off into the galaxy.
Mission, yeah.
And then Jon Stewart is the Earth Lantern. That is the way I think this
Which I really
going.
think is going to be Ricky Whittle. I'll say it right here. Ricky
Whittle. Jon Stewart?
That's who I think is going to be cast.
He's a British actor.
He's the guy who was in American Gods. The lead in that. But there was like rumors about this earlier. We talked about this on the show, but I think the two of them would make such a good team.
A lot of sci-fi stuff.
Because I think Michael B. Jordan would be awesome too.
I think Michael B. Jordan would be amazing.
Even though he died in the Marvel film, I'm sure is under some kind of contract.
Spoiler.
If you've not seen it by now.
Yeah, everyone's seen it. He'd be great, especially against the Tom Cruise type Hal Jordan.
I agree.
I thought he was.
Because if people ask me, they're like, why do you like Tom Cruise, blah, 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 this and that? Because you need someone that has a age to them, that has a stoicism, that conveys maturity that he's been around and can pass on to a younger generation. And Tom Cruise is one of the only actors now that's older, in his 50s, but also can do the action and be believable. So.
Yeah, I want to say he's 57, but he hasn't aged since Risky Business.
He's great. So I think that's what I say. In all honesty, do I think he's going to be in it? No, I don't. Yeah. But it's a nice...
Tom?
I don't.
You really don't think so?
I don't. But if McQuarrie does get it, it ups it to about 75%. I think that he'll get it.
Well, there was a
reason. They're great friends. They're great buddies. They work well together. And the buzz is that Mission Impossible Fallout is phenomenal. So.
Well, Rox, there was a recent synopsis here based on the current draft that teased a more experienced Hal Jordan who's mentoring a younger Jon Stewart. So that's kind of where this is all stemming from. I guess Cruise is 55. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's estimated to be 60 by the time the core actually hits theaters.
Yeah.
Still.
Mr. Henry says, what about Idris Elba? I think too old for what we're looking for. Zeno Hour says John Boyega. He's great, but he's a little busy, my friend.
Yeah.
The other rumors are there's a list here.
Daniel, I don't know if his last name, Kaluuya, he's contracted at Marvel. He won't come over.
Yeah, he won't come over either. Black Jones says Usher. Like you said, Daniel Kaluuya.
Michael Ealy, that's a
John
really good
Boyega.
one. Michael Ealy.
Keith Powers, I love. He would be
Michael
amazing. Keith Powers would be wonderful.
Someone said this to me, and I cannot get it out of my head. I forget your name. I
Shirley K.
apologize
Brown.
on Twitter because he's got a weird handle. He suggested if they ever bring in Guy Gardner, John Bernthal. And I cannot think of anyone else now. That is so perfect.
But they're not going to do it in this movie.
No, but John Bernthal is Guy Gardner. That I don't see anyone else now. This guy said this on Twitter. I can't take credit for it. It's all I see now. Give him that dumb bowl cut. He'd be awesome.
That could work.
Oh my God, he'd be great.
That could definitely work. So,
but again, it's all rumors, guys. I just
DC
but it's a rumor that came back up. It was what a year and a half ago. And here it is again.
If McQuarrie jumps on board, they've already worked together 6 times.
He's a great director.
So hey,
he's a great writer too. So
it's a distinct possibility. So Shazam, it's crazy that a couple months ago. Go ahead.
Last week, Shazam. What did you guys were able to talk about?
We showed a photo from the set that was taken by a fan, and they were like,
and that was it.
Sorry.
So now we see video of him in action and a ton of photos of him in his costume.
And I love how, a couple days ago, suit looks like shit. Looks like a cosplay. And now today,
it did look like crap.
Hold on. But now today, when you see the high def and you see the texture, it looks like the Superman suit. People are like, oh. No, it looks better.
People need to realize, too.
Relax.
In post.
Relax. You don't think he's going to have lightning all over the suit and everything?
Of course. That's what I said, too. But it didn't look good, but that doesn't matter.
They desaturate it. They'll take the color correction. They'll either darken it or lighten it. It's like, calm down. Christ. There was a book at Barnes & Noble today. I took a picture of it because I think I'm going to either pass it along to people on Twitter or maybe tell people where they can buy it. It is called The Complete Guide to Movies Behind the Scenes for $9.98.
Okay.
And it gave you every chapter on how a movie is made. Pre-production, post-production, special effects. So people that don't understand how a movie works, they can see this book and go, oh, so what I'm seeing in this blurry spy photo, that's not what it's going to look like in the movie, you mean? And it'll explain to people out there that seem to not understand that. That's why studios don't like
Mikey,
these spies.
You think those people are going to read the book?
They should.
It's only $10.
And I will say this. This is one of the things.
Thinking.
This is one of the things, except for it did happen. Well, Marvel dealt with it with Captain Marvel, with people going apeshit on that because the costume's green. It's supposed to be red and blue. And in the story, it's the evolution, but we don't get that.
Is your troll voice a man, a woman?
It fits anyone.
How old?
It fits anyone.
It's kind of Statler and Waldorf.
Marvel is smart in the fact that they do not do a lot of location shooting because they're able to control all this.
Yeah, and release it how they want to.
And I prefer location shooting because it gives it a realer feel. But then you see what happens.
This video was taken by a dude from his apartment.
This was in Toronto. And Suicide Squad, we got a lot of footage from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, let's check out the
because
video,
they're in Toronto as well.
Tony, can you find click on that link and find the video perhaps? It's kind of grainy. It's not great.
We call him Batmanthony. Call him by his proper name now.
Oh, proper.
Batmanthony. Can you click on that link and maybe find us the video, if possible?
No, that's his voice.
Just give me a couple of seconds.
Okay, that's fine. We'll keep talking. We're professionals.
Professionals.
See,
I can't do it.
But can you see, like, what I love about it?
That's perfect.
What I love about it is in that shot, the video that we see, you can kind of tell what the story's going on.
What's up with the lack of snow?
What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean, Roxy? Should I get out my behind the scenes movie
get
book?
out of the book.
I don't have it. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna buy it and use it as a prop from now on. What's the question, Rock? What do you talk about lack of snow?
Then why didn't they put some on top of the bus?
There might not be shooting the top of the bus, right?
I think Batmanthony's ready.
Because remember, okay, here's the list.
Can we check out the video? It's a big
They
bus.
only need to
set
dress what this is seeing.
I know.
So it saves money.
Yeah.
That's expensive. But actually, he looks cold because he's got earmuffs at one point. I think they're in snow. I think it might be real. They probably had fake snow on set as well. But what I love about this, you can tell the story.
Maybe he's acting cold.
He's stopping the bus. And then he's kind of like, okay,
helping the people get off the bus.
Citizens, yes, you're okay. And as soon as all the people leave, then he starts acting like a kid. He's like he's dancing. I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
He's a 12-year-old kid.
How early on in this film do you think
this looks like it's one of his first things?
Yeah.
Because he's got his hands, he's like, yes, okay, I'm good.
In your book, it will tell you that the first things you shoot are not necessarily the
everything
first things
shot
that
out
are
of
seen.
order.
Yeah.
There you go, Roxy. And he's like everyone's, all the people are gone, so now he's just being a kid.
It's incredible to me
Like, I
how
love
fast this has all happened, because I don't think it was until November, right, when they announced that,
And
hey,
see,
Shazam's
the
going to
bad
go
thing
into production.
the bad thing is the director said, this was like 2 weeks ago, he's like, hey, we had an official pick ready to go. We were shooting outside. We thought spoilers would get out, set picks. No one did, so we didn't release the picture, but we've got it ready to go. 2 days later, this happens.
I know.
Now everyone's like, dude, release the picture. I don't know why they're not doing it now.
Yeah, they said last
Granted,
week.
he is busy. He's on that set right there.
Because they've got
16-hour days.
things to do, and they're just
Thousands of people around him, and it's not him going. And guys, again, understand, it's not him going. Oh, I've got the picture. WB lets me put it. I'll send it from my phone.
Sure.
He's got to go through legal, and they've got to check it. And he
100p.
is dealing on the set with that, with 1,000 people behind him, trying to get shots done.
Zeno Hour says John Cena, perfect Guy Gardner. That's a big Guy Gardner. I don't know about that. That's a large, muscular.
Yeah.
I think he would have made a good Shazam, actually.
No, you're right.
See,
Probably.
I have a hard time.
Here's the thing,
Nah,
though, Mike.
it's
I see
tough.
your
Did you
point.
watch
Zachary,
Trainwreck?
No, I get it. To me, and The Rock proves me wrong a lot of the times, but they seem more like personalities.
Yeah, I get that.
Sure.
Like I loved Jumanji. I finally saw Jumanji.
I haven't seen it yet. I hear it's good.
good.
Absolutely loved it.
It was great. I loved it.
I
yeah.
cannot wait for a sequel. But like Jack Black, he was a character, but The Rock and Kevin Hart seemed like caricatures to me, and it was weird.
Well, yeah, they were kind of just being themselves.
Yeah, and so that's what they are. So
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, look,
Yeah.
Zachary Levi, obviously a way more experienced actor, and I'm sure he's going to be fine as Shazam. And I give him, credit for casting him and everything. But John Cena's social media presence would have guaranteed Shazam was a commercial success, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, buddy. I do.
It still
I
might.
think. I don't know.
But we have more footage.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Savannah in action.
Yes.
And
This
he,
one was so hard to see.
well, yeah, he looks a little. He's pissed
When he
off.
throws him against the police
Yeah.
cruiser. Yeah.
But it looks fun for what it is.
I
love him.
I'm
He's
getting
so
more
talented.
excited for this movie.
Yeah, me too.
The more I see it, because this was kind of not on my radar really. I was
Yeah,
like,
of course.
okay.
I mean, this was the swerve of all swerves.
Yeah, but the more I see, the more I'm like,
As
wow, this
the-
looks like a lot of fun.
You mean a swerve as a villain? Having him as the main.
I mean,
No,
how long
having
have we
Shazam
been
actually be a
talking about
movie.
this? We've been talking about this for years.
Like, remember, Johnny, when we first said Shazam was coming, you were like, swerve.
Nice. That's what that and the cyborg. I'm like, I
And
don't know
the
about
fact
that.
that they've said this is big as a superhero, and that's what Shazam is. It's wish fulfillment as a kid. Your 10-year-old self being a superhero, being able to do all the things you want. And I think Zachary Levi has that childness quality about him that I think will shine through.
I think it's childish.
What did I say? Childless?
Childness.
Childish quality?
I don't know.
Thank you, Roxy.
Well, the question is, which way are they going to go with Savannah? Because in New 52, it makes him sympathetic in a way.
For me,
can't-
Savannah, and this goes to show you how far I've been from Shazam.
Is he the
he's
bridge to Black Adam?
I always pictured him being a little guy.
No, he's not.
Not in the New 52 version, but the original version, he's this hunched over, little big-headed, giant nose with a caterpillar, Mr. Mind, on his shoulder. That's the original version. So that shows you how out of the Captain Marvel and Shazam I've been. But I did recently reread my Alex Ross made these giant, oversized, magazine-style Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam editions, and they're kind of like the essence of the character. For like, if no one knew anything about Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, or Shazam, you give them these, and it just explains the character and goes
Kind
into
of like
the
your
story.
character corners.
Kind of like them, yes.
Do you okay, Rox? Do you
sorry.
think that maybe Savannah is he the bridge to Black Adam then?
But we're not going to get Black Adam yet.
Black Adam's not part of this.
Yeah.
At all, ever?
No.
I know he's not part of the
Well,
movie.
Right. But you mean for like a Shazam 2?
The
Solo,
mythology involves,
solo film.
Oh, for a Black Adam film. So
that's the swerve, I think. I don't know about that one.
Swerve McGurv. Swerve, he's actually never been going to be in this universe. The Rock. We'll see.
I don't know. But then there's
We'll talk
also,
about it.
they show the picture of the kids, and one of the kids that has the arm braces, he was walking to set, so I don't know if it was his shirt as the actor or it was the character shirt. He had the shirt, but it had Superman's logo on it. So it was a nice little homage. There was a shot of a news truck that said Gotham City at the bottom of it. So I think when people say, there's that weird line that people are saying it's separate from the DC universe. It's separate in the sense that it doesn't tie directly to the film, but it's in the world.
Sure.
There's Gotham City, there's Superman, and
Yeah,
hopefully,
and it's
think
separate because of the
Superman-
production company, too.
Superman needs, like, there's the rumor he cameos. There's gonna be, I think it'll be at the end. They'll be sitting on like Mount Rushmore or something together.
No, I think it's the beginning, and I think he's watching TV,
So you think
and
it's
he's
that one?
watching his, and yeah,
What if it's a bookend?
maybe.
He comes to him at the end. And he's
Both.
like, learn from my like.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Could be both.
Well, speaking of cameos, Zachary Levi joked about how there's a Batman toy having a cameo. There is a photo from the set that I think we got for you right here that does have some DC merchandise. So you talk about Easter eggs.
I don't understand how people find this stuff.
I don't either. There's a lot of free time out there.
How people blow things up. Like, I always miss every Easter egg the first time.
Did you just see?
I can't even see. There's a Batman toy alongside Superman, Wonder Woman, Katana, and Harley Quinn. I have a hard time even seeing that in the photo.
I know.
Well, there was also some fan found it in BVS in Bruce Wayne's training montage. Robin's motorcycle is in the corner, and Zack Snyder came on and goes, "Yeah, I'd like to think that was Robin's. He couldn't get rid of it." And it's just like, holy hell, there's Robin's motorcycle in Batman vs Superman.
You talk about looking in depth.
When I watched that movie, it's like never seen it.
Give Zack
Snyder. And you pause it now, and you're like, oh, there it is.
You said BVS.
BVS. When Bruce Wayne's doing his little CrossFit thing.
That makes me appreciate Zack Snyder.
There's a motorcycle. It's kind of all rusted.
The things that they think about that we don't.
It makes me appreciate Zack Snyder.
No one probably saw it till now, 2 years later.
Yeah.
So I love it.
It makes you appreciate Zack Snyder and everything he tried to do.
I still have Risky Business stuck in my head.
You have stuff about Risky Business?
No, the movie.
Still in my head from talking about Tom Cruise.
In his underwear.
Just take his old records off the shelf.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 2. Speaking of production, May 28th is the official date.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's what it says.
I learned stuff on this show, too.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
What did you guys
think? This is what happens when you put the rundown together at 2 in the morning.
Real quick, because you and I weren't here last week. What are your thoughts on Kristen Wiig?
We spoke about it last week.
I know you guys did.
Kristen Wiig?
Yeah, Wiig. Wiig.
What are my thoughts on her?
What are your thoughts? Potential that she's Cheetah.
Oh.
Yes.
They haven't. It's not official.
No,
they went for Emma Stone.
I love Kristen Wiig in general. I think she's awesome. She's not what I would have pictured, to be honest.
Me neither. I will say this, and maybe I give leeway being a performer, and I don't like to be pigeonholed. I want to give the benefit of the doubt. So far in DC casting, the only one that I've ever kind of been like, what the hell, was Eisenberg with Luthor.
Yeah,
and I still
like that one.
I'm still not sold on him. Mm-hmm. I want to give him another shot, though, because there was stuff he did do that I did like. But this one is so far out of the box. But then someone made a point that, like, look what she did with Charlize Theron for Monster.
But I still think Charlize Theron would be a great...
Oh, yeah. She'd be perfect for it.
Agreed. And I will say, I went on my soapbox about this last week where people said, oh, she's a comedic actress. Kristen Wiig can't do it. And they fail to realize that many comedians make incredible dramatic actors.
Oh, my God.
Because if you can make people laugh...
Yeah.
Yes.
Kristen Wiig is that.
That's why I'm defending Kristen Wiig. I think she could be good.
Yeah, she definitely could. I agree.
Yeah, it's so many times you just see a certain actor and that's what's in their head, because her physicality doesn't strike me as this, whatever version they go with. But I also can see her being the woman that's. Alex Ross did. It's called Justice. It's this massive, kind of like his version of the Super Friends storyline, and his version of Cheetah is this one that's like in her hotel room, taking the skin off of a cheetah, putting the blood all over her body, and wearing the clothes. Like, you could see Kristen Wiig being nuts like that.
Yeah, cray.
And I think if that's what they're going with, like pouring the blood on herself and with the skin, I was like, I think that could work.
Look, when it's a sequel, you gotta go big.
But, I mean, was it said that it was Cheetah that she was offered? Because it's being set in the 80s. We're talking Russia. They talk about it's going to be Russia. She could be a Russian. I could see her as a Russian type soldier spy.
Well, I don't think Kristen was offered anything. I think the rumor is Emma Stone, they offered her something.
Well, I thought Kristen Wiig was offered it. She was in the running.
Yeah, it is that she is in the runnings. This is an article from Deadline about it called Kristen Wiig being lassoed for villain role on Wonder Woman 2.
And I think maybe because Emma Stone
was up for
Cheetah.
Wiig to play the role of Cheetah, the pick.
See, I don't know if this is all everyone's speculation. I don't know. We'll take it with a grain of salt. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to digress to last week, but I wanted to discuss it a little bit.
Not a problem.
You are welcome to.
Alrighty. What are we on to next?
Matt Reeves talks back about the whole John Campea rumor. Doesn't John? I don't know much about the guy. Doesn't he love saying that DC's always in trouble? Isn't that his thing, kind of, sort of?
I don't know the whole...
I don't have enough time to watch the internet.
He says a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to watch the internet.
I went back because I was like, what is going on with this guy? And Roxy and I were in a similar situation a couple weeks ago. Roxy had heard some stuff. And we were on air, said, should we talk about it? We said, no, because we don't know anything. It's all second or third rumor mill. So we didn't bring it up. We didn't talk about it. We have not heard anything to those effects at all since then. So it was good that we didn't do it. Apparently, there's a lot of... There's video of it, of him talking with Jamie Alexander.
About Matt Reeves leaving or something?
No, back during BVS. She was meeting with DC. He's like, she told me something that I can't tell anyone and it will blow your mind. Essentially to the fact of that she was being cast or going to be Wonder Woman. And now he denies it because he didn't say it on air, but everyone, you could tell in the way. I saw the video recently. They have, everyone's got, as they say, they have the receipts.
Keep your receipts, folks. Keep your receipts.
He's the guy that's constantly like gals and underwear model, this and that, and it's just disgusting the way that it's talked about. But he came on saying, I know 100% DC rumor that will shake everything, but I'm not telling you all. I'm not going to tell you. That to me is the worst kind of journalism out there.
Isn't that kind of what I did?
No, because you didn't say it was going to shake the core. You
just
said,
no.
You looked at me and go, should I say it? And I go, and I told everyone, I said, I don't know what Roxy says. I don't know what it is. Let's not do it. Let's not bring it up.
Okay.
But and he personally, and then the next week, I was like, okay, is he going to talk about it at his next show? Didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
So people were assuming it was the Matt Reeves thing, but then he said it's not the Matt Reeves thing. It's because Umberto at the Wrap reached out to him, and then he started backtracking.
Well, yeah, because he said, I guess his excuse was, he said, anytime I mention DC, the fans nail me. But it's
then
like,
why did you mention it?
That's your job, though. It's like, that's what we do.
If you're going to be a pundit, you need to be held accountable for it.
I mean, we get hammered for stuff, too. It is
it's like, stop.
Sometimes
there
you
was
like
no
getting
reason
hammered.
for it.
Hey.
There was no reason because he never said anything about it. But then here's the thing. Let's say 2 years from now, some big rumor happens. Then this X person could go, see, I told you a couple years ago. Didn't want to say it, but it's like, everyone has a motive, whether it's to get views and clicks or whatever.
Yeah, and then Matt Reeves responded with a tweet saying, it ain't so. Basically, the rumors about him leaving the Batman. Right. And honestly...
But then Campbell came out saying, no, that wasn't about Batman.
Well, maybe, and who knows? But you hear Matt Reeves talk about being director of the Batman, and to me, it's genuine excitement and genuine gratefulness that he's the guy. So I don't think... And whatever that rumor was, who knows? There's so many rumors with WB.
Right.
And we've been critical of WB.
There was a rumor, someone saying that the DC is being rebooted completely. That was I heard this.
Wow.
And I'll say this. There might be talk about that, but would they just sign directors to direct a Flash movie if it was being rebooted?
Right.
No, they wouldn't.
Also, I think that it's like people think that what happens does not affect the future. If Aquaman does well, do you think that helps them not to reboot? Of course, if it does well, now they've got Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Let's say Campion's news was, because someone was saying it was the DC is being completely rebooted. Let's say that. Let's put that out there.
Sure.
So you mean to tell me, let's say, because Aquaman's coming out, Shazam's coming out, Wonder Woman's coming out.
Yep.
Let's say all 3 of these movies do. Wonder Woman is the only one that has a chance to maybe do $1 billion. Maybe. But I would say all these films, if they make about $750 million, and that's Shazam and Aquaman, lesser known characters, you think if they're successful like that, embraced, people go, wow, these are really good films. Yes. Then we did the 3, now we're rebooting. No. They're not going to, if they have 3 successful films, they're not going to change and go, well, we finally started doing it right. We finally got it on track. We finally got goodwill with the fans, but we're rebooting.
Yeah, because we're sticking to our guns.
Or if we heard no news. Let's say we got these 3 films in production and heard nothing else going on. There's no rumors on the Matt Reeves. Flash directors weren't hired. Then you could be like, okay, why is it so quiet? Because maybe they're just going to finish these films, see what they did. But they're not. They just hired the directors on. Things change or in flux all the time.
We got to move forward.
Sorry.
Yes.
I was on my soapbox, Rox.
No, hey, you can get...
I like when you're up there.
Every now and then, we like to get on that soapbox. This was there's that new app we've joked about. I've actually joined because I've been told the first million. Yeah, Vero. I've joined. I don't know what it is. I posted one video.
I have no idea what it is.
But Zack Snyder loves it. He should probably teach us how to do it.
He's been on it. Him and Kalinowski.
I don't think it's new anymore, Johnny.
No, but if you're one of the first million to sign up, you could get it for free forever. So.
Oh, is it going to cost money?
No, I heard to view people's Vero, you have to charge. To put your stuff, you don't. It's a weird...
I don't get it.
It's not for me.
They claim it's going to be huge. But there's a new Shazam photo, I guess... no, it wasn't. It was a...
You were there, buddy. You got it.
Photo The Flash deleted from, I want to say, Justice League. Zack Snyder posted a photo
He's been doing this a lot lately.
I actually really liked this photo.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I thought Ezra looked really, really good here.
He posted a lot. He's been posting, and what happened is he's a champion for Vero. He's not teasing us with his director's cut. He's getting people interested in the app and showing, hey, I'm sharing with you guys. I want to connect more because I've watched people tweet out pictures. He talks to people on Vero a lot and interacts with people. He did the whole shaving thing and we saw how that turns out. He jokes.
Right.
He put a picture of him and Aquaman and it was at a truck, and then he had Ray Fisher, the 2 of them on set together. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks because I want to see that version of the film, and we never will.
Barry Allen's wearing a Black Freighter shirt, which is a reference to The Watchmen, and who knows what that scene necessarily meant. If anything,
but it's the Black Freighter, which from Watchmen, which is awesome, a little in continuity. And I think is it in Lois Lane's apartment? There's a copy of Watchmen. Is that it's on the bookcase? I think they showed that.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening scene of Watchmen, I saw this cool video where they said it was like the best Easter egg in the DCEU, where there's that opening, there's the freeze frame, and you kind of see Bruce Wayne's parents coming out. One guy's getting punched in the face. It was really cool.
From the old Watchmen.
Yeah.
A
lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad reportedly is going to be shooting in the UK, possibly later this year, starting in November or October. They haven't really said.
This feels like the movie that will never happen.
No,
I've heard a lot of things.
Let's not.
I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just saying it feels like
if Shazam teaches us anything.
That it's gonna. Yeah,
I'm
not saying
excited
it's
for
not
this.
going to. It just feels like you are excited.
Because I wasn't excited for the first one, but because I think we're not gonna have Joker. I don't think
that's true.
Oh, I think the Joker's not gonna be in this. No, I think. Have you guys seen? There is Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. It's the new animated movie coming out. They did a behind the scenes on the Gotham by Gaslight DVD, and they did it kind of like in a 70s grindhouse style, and it looks so awesome. Like the Suicide Squad, if they're doing small scale, no giant. Like my friend made a great point with Suicide Squad. Why does every movie have to have the end of the world at stake? Like, all over the world things are happening. Like,
you guys know it's my second favorite movie in the DCU.
I know. There's such good potential with Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That I want to like this movie. I think, yeah.
And the last bit of movie news we do have: New Line Cinema has set the release date for the Vertigo DC Entertainment adaptation
Close enough.
of The Kitchen is going to be September 20th, 2019, set in 1970s Hell's Kitchen in New York City.
That's the Tiffany Haddish,
This
Melissa
Tiffany
McCarthy
Haddish-
one.
I'm all about her.
I love her.
I don't. Was it the Academy Awards? And I'm like all about this.
She's
woman.
amazing.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
look, I've known
I don't
her.
remember. I don't watch SNL anymore. I kind of tuned that show out. But
Did you see Girl Trip?
we talked about this. No.
Oh, I asked you that.
No, I did. Yes. But I wasn't like I had it on TV in the background.
Yeah,
It's kind of
okay.
there.
But I can tell you-
her
Do you know her
personality.
from comedy?
I've known her for a decade. We actually met in acting class, and we've been homies ever since. And like,
Homies?
yeah, we're homies.
Do you do the one where you take a drink for your homie?
No, not like that.
Okay.
But I opened for her 6 months ago, and she was already like selling out all the shows that weekend. But it was one of the things. The moment I met her, I was like, she's gonna be a star. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. And she's been in the game for 15 plus years. Like,
Sometimes it just happens like
Yeah,
that.
it's so funny.
There's
because
no
a lot of
overnight
times- That's what I'm
success.
saying.
Yeah, everybody
There's
says
just
that.
not overnight successes.
Like
but-
I knew it was coming for her, and now we get to see her on this platform, and she's just having the blast because
Yeah.
she's put the work in. So she's truly grateful. She's doing all this stuff for foster kids. It's amazing, and so
That's awesome.
It's good to see that stuff. But yeah, The Kitchen's going to be a lot of fun, especially 1970s Hell's Kitchen. There's a lot going on back
Probably
then.
dark and gritty too.
You would think so.
know how
are
DC loves that.
Are we? It dropped today. We didn't talk. We had movie news to talk about it. Umberto, I think. I don't know if he got the exclusive on it over at the Wrap. Those guys, Umberto. That the Joker standalone film is gonna film in May.
No, we already talked about that last week.
No. It's that it's an '80s set in the '80s where he's a failed comedian, which is kind of what.
Oh, that's what I want. That's the story that I want to
That's
see.
kind of the way that the Killing Joke takes it as, where he's a failed comedian. He just dropped it today.
Yeah.
The Wrap. There you go. So shout out to Umberto
Because
for
that's
that scoop.
That's the origin of the Joker, essentially.
Yeah.
He does give great ones. He
Yeah,
does
I do
give great
not.
scoops.
I do not.
I'm so on board
This
with
is
that.
called From the Wrap, Joker origin film to portray Batman villain as failed 80s comedian.
Yeah,
now
right.
we understand why director Todd Phillips is working with King of Comedy
Umberto
director
dropped
Martin
it, yeah.
Scorsese.
The question is, how do you? I mean, it's going to have to be dark as hell. That's for sure. You
That's
think.
a film. I never want to not. Yeah, I just. I'm more cautious now. I'm more cautious, taking time, with what's going to happen and what's not. I would love to see, because what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix did a great quote today about Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, all parties were happy the way it turned out. Because he then said, he's like,
Except
you know
for
what?
this party.
He gets. I think he would have been great, but he's like, when I get to a script with superhero film and we're talking more about the set piece and the green screen than about the character, then I zone out. There's nothing for me. That's not my process. I think a Joker film, if he's going to go with it, I think that's the thing They're not gonna. They can. That's a character-driven piece.
That gets his juices flowing.
That's a character. That's not a spectacle-driven film. That's a character piece. And I think if that's the way they go and they get him on board, because he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That guy's so damn good.
There's no doubt about that. That pretty much covers.
Yeah.
The movie part of it.
Yes, it does, which means I think.
What time?
Yes.
It's time for Roxy Striar's TV.
Can I do it to this?
All the girls think John is fine. Adam's cooking so divine. Also Mikey, Christmas time. DC movie news, it's time to talk TV time.
So, first of all, I want to mention that I know you guys never cared about me enough to get on this train, but iZombie's back.
I know. You know what's funny?
You've been talking about that for years
We
now.
showed the trailer for iZombie last week, and I watched the trailer. I go, you know what? I think Roxy's right. That looks like a pretty badass show.
It's awesome.
That I've never seen.
There's been a couple episodes. I've watched them both, obviously. The show is so good. And now what's going on in Seattle is batshit cray. I'm so excited about this season.
Cray.
It's not too late. Binge it. Do it. Done. And all of our other CW shows are back, except for Supergirl, which is on hiatus. So we've got Arrow, we've got Legends, we've got the whole 9 yards. Plus, Lucifer is back, too. So, like, there's never been more DC television ever.
My buddy just
Gotham
auditioned
is
for
coming
that.
back, too.
For what, Lucifer?
This week.
Lucifer. I helped him do a self-tape for Lucifer. Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
You'd be great on that show, on all of these shows.
I'd be
You should
great on any of the
everything.
DC shows.
That's
They
so
need
true.
to keep looking me up.
That's so
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
true.
happen. Positive karma is going out there. Positive energy. It'll happen one day.
This episode of Flash this week, I will say, particularly had me enamored. It was a bottle episode in which we got to see really cool stuff. So I definitely
A bottle episode.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Oh, okay. Usually a bottle episode is an episode of TV that is inexpensive to make and typically takes place in 1 or maybe 2 locations. It's kind of standalone, and usually they try to do that so they have more money for other episodes in the season.
Like we teaching, like
Yeah.
But I think the reason I asked you
Did
about
not know that.
because I think I know it of a different name, and it's not on my. I can't think of what it is right now.
Oh,
but it's a one location. It's usually like the TV show will do like a bank heist episode where
Like
people
the
get trapped.
Friends did it, the one where no one was ready, or The Fly on Breaking Bad is a bottle episode.
Yeah, it's one location, you know, and
It's like a set they already have. They don't have to pay for
what
it.
is the name that I've heard?
So
of
it's
that
heavy
as?
on dialogue in a way, I guess.
And
kinda,
character building, and
Yeah.
like
Okay.
it's less about the other stuff going on and more about the characters. They're usually pretty great.
It's usually some like in action shows. They get trapped somewhere.
Yes,
they're
something like
in a
that.
mine or a bank or a bank vault or something.
I dig it.
Yeah. So
I
anyway,
wish
it
I
was
could
really
tell
great
this.
episode this week. Definitely check it out. Legends has hit its stride. I love that show. It crushes.
Was this the part? This was not the Pirates of the Caribbean one, was it?
No,
That's
the
a little
week
while ago.
after.
I'm
yeah,
a little behind.
You're a little behind.
Well, they gave
They gave what?
the Legends of Tomorrow did a better pirate themed show than the past 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I'll just say that.
Wow.
I have not seen the past 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
I
I'll say
did.
that.
I watched one of them on a plane. I don't know. I guess I'm easily entertained.
Hey, and that's okay.
You know?
Someone said it best. It's like, you know what? I go to a movie. If I come out, I've sat down. I said, did I enjoy the past 2 hours? Then it's a success for me.
Yeah.
I wish people would watch movies like that.
That's how I am. That's why it's
God.
like there's all the hate and the anger for Justice League. It's like, okay, you're entitled to it.
Yeah, but I
liked it.
I had
enjoyed
fun.
it.
I liked it.
Do you remember how giddy
But
we were
you'll
when we
find
came back?
know.
People will attack you for it, and it's
That's fine.
we're not going to get into it. I know I wanted to.
I'm a grown-ass man. You can attack me all you
People are
want.
dealing with it right now with A Wrinkle in Time, and the tiptoeing around. If people don't like it, don't like it. If you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, guys.
Good point. Good point.
But the
A
problem
little bit of
comes
news.
from, real quick, not to talk about that, but I realize this talking to people on Twitter, a lot of people don't, Movie Pass is kind of changing this, but a lot of times, like, well, I only got money to see one movie a month.
Yeah.
So I have to rely
like
on
20
critics.
bucks.
So I have to rely on critics. But when the critics, that's where the problem is. And it's interesting, if you're online right now, you'll see it. I'm not going to get into it. We can talk about it on Twitter. The Wrinkle in Time,
So you are going to get into it.
no, I'm just saying. Wrinkle in Time, reviewers, what they're saying, how it's really affecting the movie and whatnot and everything. It's interesting. It's an interesting time in the movie Twitterverse.
Yes, it certainly is.
That's all. I'm going to say right.
All right, more TV
Get to
news.
it.
Let's talk. Every week we've got something to say about Matt Ryan, which is amazing because his show has been off the air for years now. Matt
People love
Ryan,
him in the role.
Yeah, they do. So we're talking to him about Constantine and about the fact that he wants to be involved with the Joker. He said he
Yeah.
loved playing off of Batman and Justice League Dark, but his ultimate goal is to be paired with Joker.
So he wants to be paired with him,
Yeah.
like a teammate, or he wants to play the character.
No, paired with him as in like he would like Constantine to meet him. I think he says,
Okay.
I always wondered how Constantine would be with the Joker. Most
That's
of the
interesting.
time, when I think of John in the situation with the other heroes, I can kind of picture what would happen with the Joker. I don't know. I love the way they wrote his interaction with Batman and Justice League Dark. There's not a lot there in terms of dialogue. It's just one-liners like calling him Batsy and whatnot, etc., etc.
Would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna just say? Oh, Gotham. Did you see the news that came out today with Gotham?
Well, there was a lot of news last week about how there's going to be a massive swerve when it comes to Jerome and the reveal of the
they
Joker
just
and the
said
whole
that they're
deal.
now going to adapt the Long Halloween and
so.
Cataclysm, No Man's Land. And I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of this show. I've tried. You don't do the Long Halloween without Batman. It's one of Batman's
they kind of have Batman
It's
now,
one of
though.
seminal.
But they have Batman.
Is he in the suit? Is he?
He's transitioning.
Did he go away? Did he spend time in Asia studying martial arts and everything?
Yep.
He did.
Yep.
Roxy's
Did he
making
go
stuff up,
to
right?
England and study with Ducard and become a
He
detective?
did. That was
Did he?
last season, yeah.
Did he?
What is England?
Did he go study with
It depends on your definition
Zatara
of
to
England.
become an escape artist? Did he do all his training?
All these things are subjective.
It's as far as escape artist, he trained with Tommy Wiseau, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now that, hi Bruce.
Oh
oh,
God!
hi.
hi,
Oh,
Bruce.
hi,
Oh,
Bruce.
stop it!
Oh, hey,
Stop
Matt.
it!
Hey Joker, I did not hit Bruce.
I did not.
Oh hi Alfred.
I haven't seen it. I need to see Escape Artist. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I never saw The Room.
The Room? Oh.
But I will say this, because I always try and balance stuff out. Gotham looks so beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Whenever people pop up on pictures, the Professor Pig on that show is terrifying.
Terrifying.
And I guess what upsets me is the fact that they're doing these villains so well. I want to see Batman. Why can we not
Give
have
us
Batman,
Batman.
on TV?
Give
Why
us
can we
Batman.
not?
Because he's little.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why can we not have? Why can't we have him showing up on CW somewhere?
I don't know.
Christ, everyone wants it. We can have the two versions.
If Mikey
People-
wants it, everyone
Mikey
wants
People are
gets
smart
it.
enough to know that the movie Batman and TV Batman are two separate Batman. We've had it with Flash.
Right.
We can have a Batman on TV.
it. Got it with Amanda Waller.
We got it with Superman. Why has he not come back?
I don't know.
Everyone loved him. Why is
Tyler.
he not back?
I don't know.
Hocken?
Yeah,
Hocken?
Hoagland.
Hoagland? Why has he not been back
I
as
don't know, but I
Superman?
do see him post a lot of pictures like with his tongue out, giving the middle finger and stuff. I
Oh,
feel like
that's odd.
That
might
is not
have.
Superman.
I feel like
Why
that
would
might
you-
honestly have something to do with it.
Why would
Could
you
that
do
be why I'm having a trouble getting on DC TV shows?
But you don't
Is that
do
what you're doing?
No, I don't do that, but I'm a little vocal when it comes to the politics.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I support the majority of the people, and my voice is in tune
speak
with
for the
their
people.
in tune with their voice. But
Sure.
I have argued with some people online.
Which is fine.
I do not block.
I will
do
say
not
this
mute.
though.
Everyone's allowed a
What's good
voice.
about you is like when you do communicate well with people on Twitter. Your tweets when it comes to the DCEU get so much reactions because they know you're passionate.
Right.
Better to be passionate and to be positive and to care
And a shout out to
than to
everyone.
just be someone that shits on things.
Thank you for those of you that I have disagreed with, but we've had a conversation going. I actually got in, I had a little kerfuffle going with a couple of
kerfuffle.
artists and writers at Marvel Comics.
Hootenanny?
Because I kind of was like, oh, great, Marvel's rebooting again with their comics. Someone in the, because you can't tell on the thread this and this, but someone was like, oh, wow, TV's Mike Kalinowski is showing up in the thread. And I'm like, dude, no need for the snarky comment. He's like, oh, no, man, I'm serious. I'm a fan. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I like Twitter. It's hard to
He's
read.
like so used to it. Yeah.
You're so used to being attacked. I'm so used to being attacked. And he's like, no, man. And I was like, well, thank you. I had this huge DC Marvel talk, and he was like, go check out my comics. Or I was like, I'll check them out in the
That
comic store
sucks,
today.
sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
cool.
was all, no, it was great.
No,
after
but
that,
I know,
'cause
but I
it
feel
turned
bad for
into-
him that you were like, da da da. And he's like,
I wasn't. I didn't. I go, well, thanks for the salty comment.
oh.
And I didn't throw up, the finger emoji. But you can't read you can't read meaning in text.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Challenging.
thank you for those you guys that do disagree with me, but keep it civil, and we can
Yeah,
go back
that's
and
what it's
forth.
all about.
That's
It's like,
what I love.
you can, this day and age, man, you can't just disagree without flipping out. How about we all calm down and be adults?
So I appreciate that.
But also, like, remember what matters in life: your health.
Exactly.
it's true.
Your
That's the most
home,
important thing.
Yeah,
your
So-
people.
we're arguing about Shazam's costume.
need to
Yeah,
argue.
it's exact. Anytime I see people flip out
But I try.
online
But
about any of this,
I mean, it segues in because, my alma mater was the school in Florida. That was my alma mater. So I was getting a little heated with stuff about that. And
yeah, well, that's a completely different
people
thing,
mostly
and a
know people
legitimate thing
mostly
to be.
know me for DC or the
Right.
Schmoes or acting. They don't know me
The internet has turned people into reactionaries. It happens.
Yeah,
What
I'm
else we
sorry.
got, Rox?
No, hey, that's it.
What?
That's all the TV
Are
time?
we done already? I feel like we should talk more.
What do you want to talk about? Titans?
Don't bring up DC Comics, the Dark. They just did something today. They just dropped it. DC is announced.
Oh, I have something too.
This is not a rebooting of anything like the Rebirth was. DC was kind of
DC Black Label
DC Black
Imprint?
Label. Isn't that kind of like? Doesn't Jack Daniels do that? Or
Yeah,
is it Johnny Walker?
It's Johnny Walker Black Label.
Yeah. DC was
blue,
looking at it
black.
to go. Back in the day, they used to let their top creators kind of go free with the characters, and that's where we got Dark Knight Returns. That's where we got Watchmen. These great seminal stories that if kind of DC doesn't do anymore, where they're kind of Elseworlds, they're not set in continuity. So DC they just announced a bunch of them. They're getting Frank Miller and Romita Jr. doing Superman Year One. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo are doing a Batman, but Lee Bermejo and Brian Azzarello are doing a Batman story where the Joker is dead.
Cool.
There's 2 Wonder Woman stories coming out about the Amazon.
A lot to look forward
there are
to.
these adult stories that I'm so excited for.
Okay,
so
Rox,
excited
you got one more thing real quick?
My one more thing is Jason Inman posted something,
yeah,
and you guys all can find him on Twitter and figure out what I'm talking about. But we love him.
Yeah.
And send our support and love. And he was tweeting out about loving the show too, and I'm sure we'll have him on here.
Yeah, him and Ashley can come on anytime. We'd
But
love to have him.
keep on sending love his way, and remember that this is work for people, and it's hard when you. Well, anyway, just send love to
Yeah,
him.
we're all in the hustle, and some of us have amazing jobs for a while, and then unfortunately nothing lasts forever, and you just got to support those people while they transition.
Yeah.
Someone gave me the best advice ever when I started acting. He goes, if you're successful as an actor, your life is going to be a series of part-time jobs.
Pretty much.
And I've always just assumed that.
It's all a hustle.
That's how
man.
I've always, even though I have a day job that is acting and but it's still.
Well,
could be
it's a
gone
different
tomorrow.
life. You know, in a regular life,
interesting.
you make more money as you get older.
Yeah.
In this, you don't. It's a one of these, and you just don't know. And
Yeah.
it's just we do what we love,
Yeah.
and we're happy
so
to
anyway,
be here.
just love to him.
Yeah. So, Mike, where can
Yes.
people find you?
Find me at Mike Kalinowski, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, like I said before, I appreciate everything. You guys, the conversations we have. Even I might get a little heated. As my friends say, Mikey's coming in hot.
Mikey's coming in
I
hot.
come in hot sometimes. Some guy confused Adam and I as I was the guy that was saying DC sucks and I'm going to quit the show. Remember that show that
Yeah.
I got to do it? And
All
I
I wanna-
lit him up, and I apologize if you're listening to this. And he tried to apologize, but I was having a rough day, so I didn't go back on Twitter.
All
But,
I
you
ever
know,
want in life is to come in hot.
That's,
At Roxy Striar.
I
there
come
it
in
is.
hot all the time.
Adam Gertler at Adam Gertler. Hit him up on social media. Show him your love. He'll be back soon. We just don't know where he is right now, and that's okay. He's doing something
That
awesome.
is okay.
Tony in the booth as well.
Batmanthony.
Batmanthony. What's up?
No, I'm just
Okay.
Oh,
I'm at Jay Quasto, Pittsburgh Improv next weekend, Bray Improv this weekend, jlocomedy.com, QuastoAlbum.com. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.